These are all things we do on our hazy IPAs. The labels have room for like a handmade art, and I'll always try and do some kind of nerd thing in there. But that's not me. That's not the brand. So I need to learn how to rope myself in sometimes. So this is a triple IPA we did called Tradora, and it's a play on Ghidorah from Godzilla, the three-headed dragon type deal. We did a beer called Juice Wayne, which is a play on Bruce Wayne. So that's him there. We did a West Coast IPA called California Love. We also had an East Coast one called Juicy. So there's a Tupac and a Biggie reference somewhere in here. Yeah, so these were on cans. This is the artwork on the back of our growlers that kind of tell them how to take care of their growlers. This was originally on there. What I was thinking with here, these were actually at one point on 8 foot tall in our tasting room when we opened. We were Rancho's first craft brewery. I was born and raised out here, so I was proud of that. So we wanted to tie our brand in with the historic elements of the city being their first brewery. So this is Cucamonga Falls. It's a little, you can hike up maybe about 4-mile trail and get to these waterfalls. And on the way up there, you'll see this weird, I don't know what it was ever used for, concrete building. It's covered in graffiti now, but so that's like a little element of the city. These were friends that I used to work with at my old job that I quit to start this. And they're both now in the brewing industry, which is fun. 909, this is our area code, and this is our mountain range, and that's Cucamonga Peak. Used to be a lot of citrus groves and grape groves out here. This is my father-in-law's Apache truck, and our first dog we had, Annie, in there. And so the element there is the mountain range named after our city. A little family element is a truck. Over here is our city's first church on Church Street. And these two characters here, they actually have hair in real life. They're my homebrew buddies. I started making beer with those guys. Over here this is the Garcia house, which thanks to this man here, Mr. Chafee, he brought hydroelectricity over here west of the Rockies. So that was the first house with electricity. The next one is Midnight Oil. That's our stout. We have an historic gas station, one of the first gas stations in California on Route 66. So it's right up the street here on Archibald and Foothill. So we did a little James Dean, Marilyn Monroe action, filling up at the station. Then over there, Studbreaker, that's Red Hill Park. We have a big old pond there people take pictures in front of. And so we went with the lumberjack there. So it's a place in Rancho. The Hamilton element there is his flannel he's wearing is actually the Hamilton family tartan. That's what our kilts would look like. Hamilton's a Scottish name. So these are our 6 core beers, and we try and keep them on tap at all times so that there's something for everybody within this thing. One of the other little design things I was going with there is in here you have the primary and the secondary colors represented, so it feels complete just to look at it. But none of these 6 became our core beer. Double Mango came in out of nowhere. And the other thing too, is kind of confusing. They each have their own logo, their own tagline. So what brand are we really investing in? The Hamilton one is just a secondary thing, and the beer name's the big thing, or do we want people to remember us as a brewery and who we stand for, and that we make a variety of beers? So these are all questions I didn't even know to ask when we started. Yeah. Questions I'm asking now and trying to figure out how to move forward with something that, you know, is freeing in a sense for us to name beers and come up with slogans, and we can do this type of stuff, but that it all serves one purpose that comes back to our brewery. So, you know, otherwise it just looks chaotic, you know.